Welcome back to another episode of Mexico. There's so much we can learn from this country. The ancient knowledge from the Mayan culture, the problems they face these days, and their natural resources.
If you don't know me already, my name is Itza, your IELTS instructor, a traveler, and a digital nomad. Welcome to my channel.
The taco as we know it today is a blend of ancient Mexican recipes and the international influences. However, before it was known in America, natives in Mexico were eating a version that looked quite different. Tacos are thought to come from Mexico long before the Spanish arrived. Ancient Mexicans used freshly made, soft, flat corn tortillas and gave them with fillings like fish and cooked organs. It was a staple meal that provided vital nutrients and energy to those who consumed it. Tacos, this word originated from Mexican silver miners in the 18th century. Gunpowder was wrapped in a paper like a taquito and inserted into rocks before detonation. By this time, tacos were known as the food of the working class, which included miners. This resulted in their portable street food being called tacos de minero, also known as miners' tacos. Tacos were essentially a street food at this time since they were highly portable and cheap. These days, tacos are usually served with limes, chili paste, and avocado cream, and is even served in high-class restaurants. No matter how delicious tacos are, eating too much will definitely cause some problems. According to the National Health and Nutrition Survey 2012, 42.6% of men over 20 years of age are overweight and 26.8% obese in Mexico. 1 out of every 5 deaths in the country is caused by diabetes and obesity-associated disease. About 30% of children are overweight or obese. This is by no means a coincidence, as Mexico is the largest consumer of ultra-processed products, including sugary drinks, in Latin America. The Mexican government realizes the need to take preventative measures. In 2014, it took the first groundbreaking step of implementing the sugary drinks tax. As of 2020, Mexico is in the process of adopting a new front-of-package labeling. This type of labeling will warn consumers of excess calories, sugar, sodium, saturated fats, trans fats, as well as caffeine and artificial sweeteners, so the customer can avoid them. The increasing demands to travel in Mexico has boosted the local prices. Media has also picked up the news. Mexico is no longer a cheap destination because of the following reasons. According to the Financial Times, the Mexican peso is experiencing its most robust streak in over 5 years because of the travel demands and foreign investment. Regarding price, many Mexican destinations are now on par with the most popular vacation destination in the United States or Europe. As more and more destinations in Mexico invest in luxury hotel and resort development, prices will continue to increase. As an experienced traveler, of course I have tricks in my pockets to not be crushed by the high cost of living. A rule of thumb is to do what the locals do. Cooking can save a lot of unnecessary expenses. I can also ensure to have a healthy diet to avoid travelers' diarrhea. Going to the supermarket can also get a feel of how people actually live their lives. This is more my style of travel than cocooning in one of the luxurious resorts and hotels. We also went to the local laundromat or laundrette, which is a self-service laundry facility where clothes are washed and dried without much personalized professional help. Also an excellent way to get your clothes washed without paying big bucks. Vocab list: international influence, vital, gunpowder, detonation, diabetes, obesity associated, by no means, coincidence, ultra-processed, sugary drink, preventative measure, front of package, labeling, groundbreaking, saturated fats, trans fats, artificial sweeteners, robust streak, foreign investment, on par with, traveler's diarrhea, get a feel of, big bucks, cocoon, laundromat, laundrette, self-service. Saving money on the food means I can spend more on experiences. Being able to visit Cenotes was definitely a dream came true. A cenote is a natural pit or sinkhole resulting when a collapse of limestone bedrock exposes fresh groundwater. The natural formation of the cenotes is only possible because of the special composition of the soil in the Yucatan Peninsula, which is mainly limestone. When it rains, the limestone grounds can barely retain the water, which tend to filtrate through the rocks. Diving here allows us to see the natural wonder, the stalactites and stalagmites. The famous cenotes of Yucatan are the entrances to the largest underwater cave system in the world. Stalactites is a mineral formation that hangs from the ceilings of caves, hot springs, or man-made structures such as bridges and mines. Stalagmites are the ones that accumulated from the bottoms. These underwater caves and caverns are the main dive attraction in the Yucatan Peninsula. But cavern and cave diving is not for the faint of heart, because sometimes we have to swim through tight spaces which people might feel claustrophobic. Or people might be afraid of the unknown or the monstrous creatures lurking in the dark. In the cave cenotes, inhabit fish such as catfish, white blind lady, or Yucatacan blind eel, both endangered. These organisms are blind because the habitats where they can be found lack light, which allows them to dispense with the eyes. You can also swim and snorkel in cenotes. There are a lot of secluded locations that can provide you an undisturbed experience. We were all by ourselves when we arrived in the morning. This is ancient knowledge.
This is ancient way of thinking life.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Naturally, the Mayan settlements such as Chichen Itza were built near cenotes. For the ancient Mayans, cenotes were vital freshwater source in an area surrounded by oceans. They have to be conserved to support communities through the dry season. Alongside water, they provided fish and valuable clay for pots. Cenotes in the Riviera Maya also has symbolic significance. They were one of the entrances to the Mayan underworld. Because of this, offering to the gods and ancestors were often thrown into the pools. They are still used by today's Maya communities, who still use the water for agricultural purposes. Many no longer drink the water directly due to its declining quality, since the water is now contaminated by trash dumping, intensive farming, or the effect of tourism. One thing you cannot miss would be the ancient Mayan settlement, Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is one of the most visited archaeological sites in Mexico today because of its cultural significance. One of the new 7 wonders of the world, Chichen Itza, was inhabited by the Mayan people of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula from around AD 750 to AD 1200. But it's not the only ancient ruins in the area. El Balam is another beautiful archaeological site in the Yucatan Peninsula, but these Mayan ruins are pretty much unknown to tourists. You can climb its pyramids to get a bird's eye view of the surrounding jungle, and many excavated structures have been kept in the original state that they were found. Vocab list: sinkhole, limestone, composition, filtrate, claustrophobic, monstrous, dispense with, undisturbed, settlement, ancestor, agricultural purpose, contaminate, trash dumping, intensive farming. That's all for today. If you would like to support me or to have more of this kind of content, please click the like button and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Cheers!